Willard was known to friends and family as Snooky and was an all-around outstanding athlete known for his speed and competitiveness. He was a graduate of the class of 1954, where he played 5 sports: basketball, baseball, tennis, football, and track and field. He earned a total of 8 letters during his high school career. He was also captain of the track and field team and was the Northeastern record holder in the 440-yard dash. The sport he is most remembered for and had the most influence on was football. Leo Dupree acclaimed football was his best sport. He was a great breakaway runner for the 1951-53 teams and top all-around scorer. Snooky was born on December 21st, 1934. He was the second youngest of 8, all the others who were girls. As a kid, all Snooky wanted to do was play sports. He was a natural athlete and spent his days playing basketball, football, tennis, track, swimming, golf, and softball. He excelled in all sports, which made it difficult for him to decide which sports he wanted to do and play in high school. According to his childhood friend and teammate Nate Carter, it was clear at a young age that he was the fastest and shiftiest among us, and we knew early on that he would make it big. He was dedicated. Nate recalls when he was 12 years old, Snooky went skiing down the side of a hill and broke his leg. People worried this might slow him down, but Snooky reassured, "Don't you worry, I'll be just as good, I'll be even faster." And Snooky was true to his word. In high school, Snooky went on to help the football team win 3 Northeast Conference championships in 1951, 1952, and 1953, and the Massachusetts Class Championship in 1952. The football team went undefeated for 31 games in a row. During his career, Snooky scored 192 points on 26 touchdowns and 36 conversions. He was the leading scorer in football his senior year in the Northeastern Conference and in the state of Massachusetts with 110 points. He was also given honorable mention on the high school All-American Football 1953 squad. Snooky's defensive abilities were just as impressive. His teammates and coach remember him as a deadly tackler who rarely missed his mark. Coach Stan Bondalovich called him the best runner he had ever seen. Snooky's teammates and Coach Tazaneri described him as a team player who played with a lot of heart. He was dedicated and hard-working. When training for football, he would run to Salisbury and Newport to strengthen his legs. Coach Tazaneri once was quoted as saying, he was always one of the first out for practice sessions and never loafed. Snooky received many offers to play football in college, but accepted a scholarship from Tyler Junior College in Tyler, Texas. Nate Carter recalled, "You always want to be a Texas Longhorn." Snooky was the first athlete that Tyler Junior College ever recruited out of New England. After 1 year at Tyler Junior College, Willard opted to leave Texas and return closer to home and enrolled in Bridgeton Academy in Maine, where he attended for 1 year. Following this, Willard went on to play professional football as a running back for the Toronto Argonauts. The person having the most impact on Snooky during his career at AHS was Coach Tazaneri, remembers Jane, Snooky's wife. Coach Tazaneri pushed him to not only be the best football player on the field, but also pushed him to be a good man. Coach Taz also thought highly of Snooky and recognized his talent. Tazaneri was quoted in the Globe as saying, "Snooky was the best back he ever coached in 11 years at Amesbury." Nate Carter recalls, Taz and Snooky had a father-son relationship. Snooky lived down the street from Coach Taz, and on Saturdays before the game, Snooky would walk 100 yards to the coach's house and be there by 8 a.m. before a 2 o'clock game. Sadly, Snooky passed away from Parkinson's disease at the age of 83. His wife Jane recalls, he loved playing sports of all kinds and competition. I can tell you that he literally spoke of playing sports at AHS all the time to me. It was some of his favorite memories of his life. He was proud to be a fighting Indian and held extreme pride in his accomplishments. Congratulations to Willard Snooky Gamble and his family as we welcome him into the AHS Athletic Hall of Fame.
Representing Snooky is his son, Oscar Gamble.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank, and I'll probably be like what they mentioned earlier, I might need to borrow your handkerchief, just like what I think Desi's going to go through maybe here in a little bit. I would be remiss if I didn't thank all of the people from Amesbury High School, this committee, Sam and Lisa Dupree, and different people that helped us through this journey that it's just the 2 words to come to mind is humbling and the honor. I know my dad would have loved to have been here. I also have to thank John Carter, the quarterback, Donnie Pike. I don't know if Donnie was able to get here today. I also remember my dad talking very fondly of teammate Larry Moran, who also was mentioned earlier. So many memories and so many things that come flooding back. This Sunday is the anniversary of my father passing away, right after Irma in Florida, actually. And it was a big loss for us because of the character and the person, like mentioned just before us. The character and the person was amazing. It was tough growing up because my football coach, they mentioned Mr. Clark earlier, and Exeter, and I went to school up at Exeter, and of course the coach there, I remember the hockey teams and all, and the coaches there right away said, "Oh, you're Snooky Gamble's son." Well, you know, he beat us at Portsmouth or whatever, and I'll never let that down, so you better be pretty good. And that was tough to follow. I couldn't run as fast as him. So I will tell you that if my father was here, what he'd want me to talk about is Coach Tazzaneri and his teammates. On the emblem for Amesbury High School, looking up there, one of the words is responsibility. I would say that my father's probably greatest gift, besides the fact that he was a phenomenally talented athlete. In his 40s and 50s, I watched him run down the street and beat the pants off of all us as athletic as we thought we were, and he was in work boots after work. I mean, he was just amazing talent. But his other talent that they mentioned and John Carter mentioned and we talked about today was from Coach Tazzaneri and everything that all of you have done. There's some of the gals that are going to be awarded tonight and everyone else. There's a lot of hard work that goes into this. And the amount of hard work that goes into presenting this is beautiful. I am an athletic trainer, also a physical therapist, a market director for a system with a few hospitals, several high schools. I have athletic trainers at the high schools, probably about 1,500 employees that I interact with, and about 90 rehab staff that report directly to me. I will tell you, with my athletic trainers and all the sports and coaches, the time and dedication that goes into what I would consider our future is really what's probably, to me, the most amazing thing here. In Florida, where my sons are currently, and daughters are just finishing up through touring college and touring high school, it's a big game there. Ironically, though, they'll pay the coaches probably $3,000, and they give every bit of the way back to the students, and just to make sure they all have matching socks and stuff, you know. So everything that you guys put in for hard work, all your families, everything you remember about your families, this is a beautiful thing. And it's been going for 4 years, and all the other things that we're doing for these students in our future, but without the kids and without what we're investing, that would be what my father would say. And his hard work, his work ethic, I don't think I'd be as dedicated to what I do in rehab and wellness and everything that I do currently if I hadn't received that work ethic from him. So, very talented individual, but Coach Taz, if you're up there listening, Merle and all the other guys that played with him that have passed on, thank you for what you guys were for honorable athletes and honorable men, but great people, and what you passed on. Hopefully we can pass that along to future generations. Thank you.